Hola estudiantes y bienvenidos al flip de los verbos de IR que cambian de raíz en el pretérito. Remember, these are the type of verbs that I call verbos de chancla instead of verbos de bota. So there is a rule. So all IR verbs that stem change in the present tense will also stem change in some forms in the preterite tense. Stem changing IR verbs in the preterite tense, though, don't change in the form of a boot. Remember, they only change in the form of a chancla or a slipper. So it changes in the él, ella, usted form, and also the ellos, ellas, and ustedes form. So if we take a look below, we have the verb pedir, to ask for. In the present tense, this is an E to I boot verb, and in the preterite tense, it is an E to I verbo de chancla or slipper or sandal verb. So only the bottom two forms will change. So, for example, these four forms are going to be the same. They're going to be normal. So, yo pedí, tú pediste, nosotros pedimos, and vosotros pedisteis. And then here's where the change comes in. So the E in the verb pedir is going to change to an I in the bottom two forms. So él, ella, usted pidió. Ellos, ellas, ustedes pidieron. Okay, so notice how the E only changed to an I in the bottom two forms. The same goes for the verb dormir, another IR verb. In the present tense, its stem changes O to UE in the boot, and in the preterite tense, it only changes in the él, ella, usted, and ellos, ellas, ustedes forms in the form of our sandal or slipper. So the yo form is normal. Yo dormí. Tú dormiste. Nosotros dormimos. Vosotros dormisteis. And then here's where our change comes in. The O is going to change to a U in the él, ella, usted form, durmió. And also in the ellos, ellas, ustedes form, durmieron. So if we look at the bottom, we do know quite a few other verbs that this rule applies to. So the verb preferir, to prefer, we know is an IR verb, and it's a boot verb in the present tense. Servir as well, IR verb, boot verb in the present tense, that means to serve. Vestirse, to get dressed. Competir, to compete. And seguir, to continue or to follow. To prove to me that you watched this video, I want you to do the practice on the right. But before doing that, I want you to turn the page over to page 9 and take a look at some of the charts. I want you to fill these charts in, but I'm going to tell you what the verbo de chancla, what the change is. So if we look at the verb preferir, this E is going to change to an I. In the verb competir, the E will change to an I. Servir, the E will change to an I. Seguir, E to I as well. And then vestirse, also an E to I. So remember, these are not verbos de bota, they are verbos de chancla, as in only the bottom two forms change. So again, for homework, I would like you to please complete these 5 translations. Translate them to Spanish using the verbs that we just learned.